this is important. Politico published an article analyzing the body language and facial features of both of the candidates in the debate on Tuesday, Walsh and Vance. Completely insane, as you would expect, but this is the worst part. Can we pull up this? So, this is real, by the way. This is not a joke. This is Politico. It says, yes, Vance's beard matters. Vance is the first White House wannabe to wear facial hair in 80 years. Research indicates that voters see beards as more masculine. That can be positive to some. But to others, especially women, it can be negative, conveying aggression and opposition to feminist ideals. So that's the significance of Vance's beard. Women might be afraid of it. Now, first of all, any woman who is categorically opposed to beards or has a negative view of them in general is confused, possibly deranged. And it's a very unnatural thing. A woman should not prefer that a man have a childlike baby face. Now, a woman might think that a particular man doesn't look good with a beard or looks better without one. I'll allow for that. Now, even that is questionable at best because really every man looks better with a beard. I don't think there is a man who could not be improved by a beard. But okay, we'll let that go. For a woman to just flat out see all beards as upsetting, that's demented. I mean, that would be like a man who prefers for women to look less feminine, which you would never imagine a man saying, yeah, she's attractive, but she's a bit too feminine for my taste. I need a bit more masculinity in my women. No man would ever say that. So, call me a mansplainer, but ladies, if you prefer men without beards, then you're wrong. Get it together. Get a grip. All right? Calm down, and get a grip. Your tastes here are wrong, and I'm just telling you. I'm not mansplaining. I'm just telling you. And I know you might think, well, I'm biased. I'm only saying because I have a beard, but I have no skin in the game, right? I'm not saying this for my own sake. I have a wife. She understands the value of a beard. So I'm just saying this in general because I'm concerned about you. I'm worried about you, ladies. And I realize that you need me to. Sometimes you need a man to come and guide you and help you through moments of confusion. So, second thing is, I'm sure that will all go over really well. So I'll wait for the Twitter clip. Media Matters, they're on the case on that one. They are on the case. I didn't even finish saying it, and they had already clipped it. I didn't even finish. Hang on, media. I have more sexist things to say. Just hang on. Let me finish my whole thing before you clip, and then decide what you're going to clip. My second point is, Politico mentions a problem here that up until now, I think I'm one of the only ones who talked about this, but they don't see it as a problem, of course, but it is a problem. They say that Vance is the first candidate on a presidential ticket to have a beard in like 80 years. And that's true, right? And so it's been like 80 years. Okay, look at what's happened to this country over the past 80 years. We've been in decline since the beardless took over. Devastation and decline. That's what a smooth face gets you. Is it a coincidence? Is it a coincidence that we've just been trending like this ever since we kicked the beards to the curb? Now, the truth is that it's really been over 100 years since we had a president with facial hair. Never mind vice president. Since we had a president. Now, I think Truman had facial hair for a brief moment in time, but the last president to really lean into the facial hair was Taft. So for almost the entire 20th century, we have had no beards and no mustaches in the Oval Office, which is crazy. And also, it just so happens the 20th century was a century of chaos and bloodshed. And I think that, at least in part, is because there were no bearded or mustachioed men around to lead with masculine strength and calm. Because one thing we know is that with bearded men, you don't get the bloodshed. I mean, look at the Vikings, for instance, famously peaceful. So I don't know. Would the Great Depression have happened if we had presidents who were bearded? Would the Challenger have exploded? Could we have avoided World War II if there was more facial hair involved? I realize that's a little bit of an awkward one, given, Hitler. But anyway, I don't know. I don't know for sure. I just think there's something here we need to look at, and you do have to wonder. You have to wonder about this. Anyway. If you'd like to see what else I have to say, you can access my full show by going to dailywire.com or by going to the Matt Walsh Show Twitter page. Hope to see you there. Godspeed.